Hey guys, my name is Michael Chief with Mike'sGuitarLessons.com. This is going to be the first video for Janie May by the Ferrets. This song came out in 1977, so this one is as old as me. And I wasn't aware of the song before, but one of my website users at Mike'sGuitarLessons.com made a special request, hired me to do this song. So it took me a little while to get around to it, but I'm happy to do it. It's a good song and has some good chords in there for people who might just be going into bar chords, right now, and it just has one bar chord in it, so it's a good one to practice that with, okay? Now let me go ahead and start by telling you the chords that are in the song, okay? We're going to end up using, and I'm going to just run through these really quickly, but we're not going to do a big tutorial over how to play these chords because you probably know them from somewhere else. If you don't, look up my YouTube chord library that I have. I also have that on my website at Mike'sGuitarLessons.com. Speaking of website things, you can follow me on Twitter at Mike's Guitar. That's my name, at Mike's Guitar. I also have a blog that's webguitarlesson.com. I also have a Facebook group, Mike's Guitar Lessons. And so, all those places, you can find me if you look for me. So, the chords in the song. We're going to start the song off with an E chord, okay? But that verse that starts the song, that E chord is there at the beginning of the song, but that's the only time it leads off in the verse. Normally, when you start the verse, it's going to be the A chord. So, E is the first chord we play in the song, E major, but then we quickly go to an A chord. We're also going to have B minor. This is that bar chord that I was telling you about, so you can kind of see how I'm playing that one. Okay. Let me see. We also have a C chord in the song. Most people are familiar with that if you've been playing guitar a little while. All right. And we have a G chord. Now you can use this formation. You can use this formation where you add that D. You can do this. You can even do this large G fifth if you want to. They're all going to work pretty good. G fifth a little less desirable, but you can do all those versions. It's going to sound fine. Okay, so just make sure it's some form of that G chord without being like a G7 or anything like that. All right. I think that's all the chords. I'm looking at my notes here. I've got it all written down so I don't get lost. We're going to start off with the verse. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is play along with the verse real quick. And I'm having to use a YouTube video because I wasn't able to find this song on iTunes or Amazon or anything else like that. So I'm having to use a YouTube video here to manage my sound. So I'm doing my best to control it here. So you'll have to be patient. So a few technical issues tonight. One is my guitar is peaking my microphone a little bit, so if it pops too much, try to bear with me. I'm trying to keep from playing too loud. That's why I got the sound hole cover in here. But let's go ahead and play along with the song, and I'm going to stop it after the first verse, okay? And then we're going to learn that. Okay, now that was the verse. Just play with your normal chords. I'm going to show you that, but I want to make a special note here. I might only teach the verse in this first video because I've got an alternate way to play it that's a little more accurate to the way they're playing it in the song. But this first way I'm going to show you is a very good way to start out, especially if you're fairly new to guitar. Okay, now, like I said before, this E chord at the beginning, it's only used at the beginning of the verse this very first time when the song starts out. So E comes at the beginning of this verse, but after that, it doesn't. A is the first chord, okay? Now, I'm not going to go too much into that rhythm at the beginning. It's basically just like something like that, I'll have to study it a little harder, and maybe I'll throw it on to the end of this video. But you got the E chord at the beginning, strumming, and then you're going to go to the A chord and strum one time and let it ring. And that's when they're going to sing, out in a paper boat on a windy sea. And you're going to go to a B minor right there, and you're going to play this, shuddering or stuttering rhythm, okay? And basically with that bar chord held down, you're able to play the chord and then let the pressure up on all your fingers here to stop that chord. Just like that. Okay? And then when it's time to go to the E chord, it's right when he sings, happily sailing along. So, happily sailing along. Okay? Now, I do want to, there's several rhythms in this song. When you go to that E chord, you're going to be doing this kind of straight down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 rhythm, all downstrokes, but you're going to be accenting some of those strums, and that gives it kind of a little bit of texture or depth to the sound. So, out in a paper boat on a windy sea, happily sailing along. Okay, so you can kind of see that. And then right on along, right on the L and along, that second syllable, you're going to go to the A chord. Okay? And then you're going to the next line, which is, and we're going to go use the E and the A chord, sit in a corner, stand on your head and laugh. Okay? And then it kind of does the same thing again. Well, exactly the same thing. Sit in a corner, stand on your head and laugh. Okay, so pretty simple there at the beginning. And I played along with it right there at the beginning, so you can copy me when I'm playing along with it. On a side note, I will play along with this entire song for you so you can see it from beginning to end. I'll probably put that on the last video, though. Now, we're going to actually talk about how we can change this a little bit. For the most part, what we just played, you want to keep it that way. However, on the, except for that first A chord, when they're going out in a paper boat, that one stays the same. Strum that just like that one time, let it ring. But every A chord after that, we can go to this kind of blues fifth chord or power chord playing where we're going. Okay? So what that is basically, it's just a 2-note chord, and we're going to play open on the A string, okay? And then to start off with, we're going to play 2nd fret on the D string, okay? And then the chord we're going to switch to briefly is where we put our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D string, but we're still playing open on the A string, okay? So we get this. So it ends up sounding like this. Out in a paper boat on a windy sea, happily sailing along, sit in the corner, stand on your head and laugh. Sit in the corner, stand on your head. Okay? And you can hear that in the song. If I rewind it, you'll hear that. A chord, B minor. Here's the A. Okay, so I think I've explained that part pretty good. I tried to go a little faster here so we could get the pre-chorus in the song. In the song, we got the verse, we got a pre-chorus, then the chorus. Other than that, we have a section where we're playing during the solo, and that's it. So we're pretty much a third of the way through the song. So let's go ahead and get to the pre-chorus. That's the section that just started. But in the morning, I won't be allowed to play, no. They kind of wait, and then, 'cause Mama says, I gotta grow up today. Yeah, yeah. I apologize immensely for my off-key tone. Besides being a little sick, I'm not the greatest singer, so, you're going to have to deal with it. Okay, so starting on the pre-chorus, like I said, it's a C chord at the beginning, and you're just strumming that C chord kind of a little bit slowly and then letting it ring, and that's it, okay? So, but in the morning, I won't be allowed to play, and right on the first syllable of play, you're going to strum the G chord the same way. So, but in the morning, I won't be allowed to play, no. Okay? And then on the second line, on 'Cause Mama Says, you're going to hold that B minor and do that same kind of stop and go rhythm that you're doing before. 'Cause Mama says, I gotta grow up today. And right on the second syllable of today, on the D, you're going to go to the E chord and kind of do that same rhythm where you're going, today, yeah, yeah. Okay? So, sorry for the singing again, but I'm going to try it here. Man. Okay. But in the morning, I won't be allowed to play, no. Wait. 'Cause Mama says, I gotta go up today. Yeah, yeah. And then we've got the chorus right after that. So thanks for hanging in there if you're still watching for my singing. And let's go ahead and call that quits for this first video. Practice those parts, go to the next video and learn the actual chorus and then what we play during the solo, and you'll have all the rhythm parts of the song. If you're really interested in the solos, I'm going to have those videos too. I plan on doing them. That's what I was hired to do. And they'll all be on my website at mikesguitarlessons.com. So please check it out. There's a lot of stuff there.